Okay, good morning guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to touch on a few points about the Cane Corso that the other channels don't seem to be telling you. Food guarding and aggressive behaviour. You have to nip this in the bud immediately. The very day you get your dog, give it its food, take the food off it and then give it back, so it knows that when you take that bowl it's going to get it back, or otherwise they start food guarding, which can be really dangerous. Your dog will automatically think you or the other dogs are going to take its food away, so it will become aggressive, growl and even attack if you go near its bowl. If you don't nip this in the bud straight away, you're going to have a serious problem on your hands, especially with a dog as powerful as a Cane Corso. Now, food guarding is something that your dog will start doing almost immediately, especially if it's come from a big litter and it's had to fight for food. If you're going to crate train your puppy, which is highly recommended, this is a good way to start with the food guarding or anti-food guarding. I would recommend putting their first meal in their bowl in their crate with them. Let them start eating it so they know that they're not in the crate as a punishment. And then take the food away from them while they're eating. Move their bowl about. Get up in their face while they're eating. Obviously be careful, because if your pup has had to fight or contend for food, then chances are it's going to food guard. And do this with every meal until your puppy's used to you going near its food and it knows that everything good in its life comes from you. So this was exactly what I did when I got my second Cane Corso puppy, Karma. I noticed that Nero did a bit of food guarding and I was a bit late to pick up on, and so I did it immediately with Karma, and I can put my hands near her bowls, anything now. She knows that I'm not going to take that food from her. And nipping that food guarding in the bud early really can make the difference between having an aggressive dog and a non-aggressive dog. So I've been a Cane Corso owner now for the last 2 years. I've got two. And when they say these breeds aren't for your first time owner, they really do mean it. The Cane Corso is a very intelligent dog, and if you don't be firm and fair, then they'll just take over your life. They're really clever, and if they see a chink in your armour, they will exploit it and potentially end up owning you as a pet. Now, these are a big, powerful breed, and they're quite intimidating, but you cannot be scared of your own dog. So training and obedience work is a must, and you start it from the day you get them and it goes on through his entire life. You never stop training, never stop the obedience work. Now, as a puppy, these dogs are really easy to train. Just they're treat driven and bang bang bang, and so you get complacent, and the trouble with that is your training starts to slip. He'll start not listening to you, and then all of a sudden you're in a world of hurt with what was a potentially beautiful dog, just a nightmare, because he's not doing as you're told, and all the rest that comes with it, you know. And if they're disobedient, then they're going to potentially end up hurting somebody, and then the law will get involved. You'll end up losing your dog. You can end up on criminal charges. So training is a must, guys, and it goes on every day for the rest of his life. Even something as simple as making him sit and wait for every meal, every treat. That's what you need to do. So you've got your Cane Corso puppy. Training's going really well, really obedient. You think you know your dog inside out, and all of a sudden that 18-month day comes. And it's unbelievable, because it's like somebody switches a switch and he goes from being your lovable little puppy into a professional bodyguard that's more than capable of killing somebody. This happens overnight, guys. Next day he wants to protect you against everybody. Even people that he's your friends that have come round and seen him from a pup, you know. So yeah, that's why the training's so important. Because that 18-month switch, I wasn't ready for it. And I'd done loads of research, you know, and I thought, yeah, I've got him right where I want him. And then the very next day, he was a completely different dog. And it can be quite scary because these dogs are bred for war. Now, you know, if you've got a golden retriever, expect it to go and retrieve stuff for you. That's where it'll be its happiest. If you've got a Springer Spaniel, expect to lose it in every hedgerow that you walk past. If you've got a dog of war, and that's inbred in him, it's in his DNA, he can't help it. You have to keep his mind active, and you have to wear him out, and you have to let him know that you don't need protecting. You know, the house, he guards his house, all that, but when people come close to you, that zone will be a no entry zone, and it's terrifying sometimes. That's why you need to really put the work in with these guys. They slobber a lot. You know, his food, they're just messy drinkers. You know, and they don't grow out of it like some people say. These not all Cane Corso slobber, given, you know, Karma, my female, doesn't, but Nero's a nightmare. They can be 2 foot long and dangling, and then he'll shake his head. You've got baby wipes in every room, and you spend what precious time you have got to sit down walking around mopping and cleaning up slobber. So if you're a bit queasy about slobber, guys, this breed is not for you. The Cane Corso, as a breed of dog, is a really clingy dog. They just want your attention all the time, and they want to be with you, they want to be touching you, but they think they're a lap dog and they think they're really small. But you know, Nero's nearly 10 stone, and you know, he tries to squeeze into the smallest spaces, and you know, like, it's okay letting him up and that, but if you just let him up all the time and let him do what he wants, then you're going to have problems, because they're huge and he won't know why you're telling him to get down. So things like that, you know, make your boundaries immediately, because once they pick up them bad habits, it's really hard to unbreak them. You cannot work on your recall enough, guys. You know, I work away a lot, and they've missed out on, they should be 10 times better than they are. That's purely down to me. I don't get enough time to spend with them all the time, you know. So if you are considering getting one of these dogs and you have a busy schedule, then just don't do it, guys, because it's not fair on the dog, and it's not fair on you, because you're going to be coming home to a destroyed house, because they need mental stimulation and a lot of exercise. They need wearing out. This is an hour and a half walk I'm taking them on this morning. So if you let your dogs run wild like I do around the fields, it's always good to start and finish your walk on the leads. That way they know who's in control, and being let off is a present, if you like, you know. They have to earn it. So yeah, that's a good little tip. Just keeps their obedience up. Come on then. So if you found this video helpful or entertaining, please hit that subscribe button, like and share the video, and hit the notification bell for upcoming videos, and we'll see you soon, guys.